You're with Julien on the Brown Note and a review of Boygenius' album The Record. One of the music events of the year has been the supergroup of three female indie superheroes, Julien Baker, Phoebe Bridgers and Lucy Dacus, forming a band a couple of years ago, but actually releasing a full-blown album this year, which was, I think, went in at number 4 in the American charts. There's a lot of groundswell around them, and to be honest, I wasn't completely sold. It's got universal acclaim, but I was completely sold when I saw them at Coachella, when it was broadcast on YouTube. It all made much more sense to me, and there was a huge sort of groundswell of public support in that live environment. The record itself, I think, is slightly less good than it's being made out for. So it begins with an a cappella, fairly inconsequential, and then on to $20. So the vocals are often split, but they're also often on each other's songs as well. So I felt like Phoebe Bridgers was the standout, and she seems like she's going to be like an absolute superstar if she's not already there. But the voice, the looks, the songs, and the vibe, I think she's going to be like the biggest standout from this group. She's already quite well established anyway. The second song, $20, had a sort of broken social scene vibe. 90s alt rock comes up a lot on this. I don't know what that means. I read this. Oh, how long's the Chevy been on 2 blocks? There's some nice lyricism and sort of like imaginative and evocative sort of lyricism, conjuring up sort of visual elements. The third track, which is Bridges, Emily, I'm Sorry, one of the best ones I thought, really sort of hit that Elliott Smith sort of vibe. Very sad, very melodic. Nice sort of texture on the track. True Blue, the Dacus track, it's a little bit. I think one of the problems I have with, and this is going to be so sexist, a lot of the problems I have with some of these female singer-songwriters is all their songs about relationships, and I don't really care about relationship songs. And and most of the songs on this album are just directly the singer talking about the partner. In either or ex-partner in positive or negative ways about relationships, and I think this one was a bit too direct, bit sub-Angel Olsen perhaps. The standout cool about it, really uses the Simon and Garfunkel standard, the boxer. And I thought, again, some really great lyrics. I took your medication to know what it's like. Now I have to pretend I can't read your mind. I thought really, really stood out. I think that was Bridges again. Not Strong Enough was another great song. Sort of tumbling melody, spit vocals, very hooky. A nice sort of use of electronic burbling in the background. And a chorus that reminded me a little bit of The Killers. So I've got Soul, but I'm not a soldier, if you remember that song. Revolution, I'm afraid to die, that's a lie. Inconsequential, but I'm afraid to get sick. Oh, sorry, is it I'm not afraid to die, but I'm afraid to get sick? It's a bit inconsequential, and I think this album's main flaw is that several of the songs are a little bit more inconsequential and a little bit drifty. It's not quite, in the live environment, everything was a little bit more compelling, whereas here, there's quite a few songs that sort of drift by to not much effect. Leonard Cohen, another Simon and Garfunkel one, bit Leonard Cohen-y maybe, but again, inconsequential. The Satanist goes full band, a lot more rocky, which is really welcome in this environment, as some of the songs are quite acoustic and slight and small, but this one's got this full sort of 90s teenage dirtbag vibe to it, which I thought was really good. Will You Be a Nihilist With Me, another great hooky turn. We're in Love, track 10, another Dacus one. I think maybe hers are probably amongst the more inconsequential ones on the album. Anti-Curse, it reminded me of Rebellion Lies by Arcade Fire, and another really sort of charging, more full band one. And it ends on A Letter to an Old Poet, another Bridges song. She's definitely the standout here. Fullest soft song on the album, and a lovely way to end it. I thought it was often great, but there are quite a few slight songs on here which I didn't think made for an overall compelling album. I thought Bridges, when she was centre stage, was definitely the most compelling out of the singer-songwriters here, but it's definitely a really good album. It's just not a great one. So I'm going to give Boygenius record a 7.5 out of 10.